Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and I am here today to teach you about your own psychic abilities. So, the gift that we're working on today is called Clairsensitive. Clairsensitive is a gift that I will tell you that most people have had experiences with, um, that they have had some type of energy um, with this. So, clairsensitive is someone that comes in that has are picking up on someone else's feelings or thoughts. And it can come in from you walking into a room and you feel like something bad happened here, or someone had an argument here. You can feel good or happy or surprised. It's one of those, all of that energy comes in, and people can pick up on that really, really well. Um, One of the things that happens in this clairsensitive idea is people pick up energy from other people, animals. It can even come in from buildings. If you were in a hospital, you may pick up energy that someone's in a lot of pain. If they just had surgery, you could come in with information that someone's like mad or sad or happy. It's one of those. And that can all affect our energy of what's going on. When we're in a location like a hospital or out in the public, we can pick up on so many different energies. Thank you, Melinda. I'm having an amazing day. I want to talk to you about your psychic abilities, and clairsensitive especially. Clairsensitive is one that I feel so many people deal with, and this energy can come in very strongly, especially when you're around a lot of people. So if you're with one person and you're feeling their energy and you're overwhelmed a little bit, think about someone who's doing the same thing. And if they're around two people or five people or 10 people, it just can be overwhelming, and you can pick up on that energy very easily, and it can be overwhelming. When we pick up on other people's energy, that could be anything energy compared to something that's light. They're happy, they're joyful. Um, it could also be something that could be sad. And a lot of times, like they may have a smile on their face, but they're still sad inside. And you're going to pick up that duality of that. Jade, you're right. A lot of people have this gift and ability. I will tell you that most people understand clairsensitive in the wrong place. They will think that, or they've heard the word empathic, and they will say, oh, several people have told me that I'm empathic. Well, empathic is underneath the umbrella of clairsensitive. This is clairsensitive and this is empathic. So it can be overwhelming to pick up one person's energy. But when you're empathic, you normally can only pick up people's feelings, their current feelings, or maybe an animal or someone around, that sort of thing. Clairsensitive are going to come in with so many more abilities. They are going to be able to pick up more energies from other people. They are going to pick up energies from animals, from buildings, from the land. It's one of those cars. Like I said the other day, when I drive down the street and I can feel that there was an accident there, I will literally start to slow down sometimes until I realize, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have an accident if I don't speed up. So I'm feeling the energy that happened there, and that can overwhelm my energy and pull me back. Like, I don't know, I'm not sure if I want to go through this. Once you push on and you go past it, it's much easier, but it can be overwhelming to deal with some of this energy. If you have any questions about being empathic or about being clairsensitive, please ask me. I would love to get your input. Um, One of the things that most people don't understand that comes in with this ability is that you can also feel the energy when you're clairsensitive from ghosts, angels, and archangels. You can feel their energy. One of the people that taught me this lesson really well is we did a meditation and we connected to creator's energy. We connected to God's energy, not in a bad way, but kind of just being around his energy and picking up that overwhelming love and sense of kind of putting everybody together. Like seeing someone through his divine eyes is amazing energy. So I'm going to go through kind of some signs that you know that you're a clairsensitive. Um, like we were talking about earlier, you can walk into a room and sense what's gone on before there. You can sense that someone had an argument. You can sense that someone was very joyful. I walked into a room a couple of weeks ago, and someone had there was a lot of joy around. I was like, wow, I just feel really joyful. Well, their fiance had um, asked them to marry them, and so there was a lot of joy wrapped around in that one. So that was really fun. You can also have difficulties in um, being with large crowds because you're feeling the energy from each person, and that can be a little overwhelming for us. If we're, like I said, if you think of like just picking up one person's energy and then you add on more to that, it can be overwhelming at times. um, this also can come in with gut feelings, that you have this strong gut feeling about different things, and it could be maybe people's motives or feelings or their expectations of what they want from you or what they're desiring you to do. um, you can also pick up things from your environment. This is then can be things that happen in our world. If someone passed away on land, you might be able to get their last energies of being happy or sad about that, or um, um, overwhelmed by it. Um, Clairsensitives are most likely, they're the people that are most likely to cry at movies or with songs. This is really important to know that when this is happening, it's like the movie makers are actually making that movie so that you feel part of it. Especially if it's a true movie, you can add that energy to the movie, and that just really adds to it. And then on top of that, you can have an actor or an actress that's playing a part that they really connect to. Maybe it's something that happened to them in some way. You can feel that energy and you can feel that connection with them, and that can amplify the feelings in in movies. um, and even in songs, if there is someone who has um, wrote a song because they really were feeling really strong emotions, and they feel those emotions when they sing that song again, it can overwhelm that person very easily. Let's see, Jade on Facebook is saying, I cry a lot, and I cry all the time at movies and songs. Some movies are too overwhelming to even watch. I am the same way. There are movies that I can't even be in the room with, especially I would say like scary movies. And it's not that I'm necessarily scared by the movie, but the actors and actresses are amplifying that energy. And I just don't like being scared. It's just not a feeling that I really like. One of the other gifts that you can come up with is picking up feelings from spirit. So you can pick up energy from ghosts and how did they feel about things? How did they feel about what's going on in their world? Um, you may also have people in your world, if you're clairsensitive, say that you're too sensitive. It's one of those you can get overwhelmed. When I get overwhelmed, I start to cry and then I can't hardly talk at all. So a lot of people will be like, "Wow, you're really sensitive." Well, yeah, this song had a reaction with me, or this movie, or just someone's energy can interact with me like that very easily. So know that it's not necessarily that you're too sensitive, but maybe what you really require is getting some protection so you can control your emotions a little bit easier and not pick up on everything. You can also, as a clairsensitive, pick up on other people's pain. So if someone, that's one of the reasons why I don't like to go to hospitals, is there's a lot of people that are in pain. If you just had surgery, you might be feeling pain. If you are not feeling well, you're in there for whatever reason, and that can amplify their feelings. Hey, Jim, how's it going? Let's see. Melinda is saying, everything you're saying resonates with me. Is could that be why I can't stand listening to horror movies if it's being played in the next room? It can be because, like I said, when they make the movie, they're doing it to amplify people being afraid. Some people love being afraid. Some people love going to scary movies. That's awesome. That's like awesome, awesome. But it's one of those. A lot of clairsensitives just can't handle that kind of energy. If there's a couple of movies that I don't like, and I didn't realize why I didn't like them, and it was probably I realized later on that actor or actress that was playing that part was going through a divorce or going through a death of a parent or a loved one, and I could feel that, and it didn't resonate with the movie. It didn't feel right. Like this is a joyful movie, but they feel really sad, and so I'm like, this is a duality that I can't handle. Um, one of the other ways you know that you're a clairsensitive is your mood can change quickly. This happens when you're happy and you're doing well, and then all of a sudden you walk into someone else's energy, and they could be the opposite of you. You're really joyful and they're really mad. It can bring in that, like, oh my gosh, now I don't know what to do. And so you'll go from being really happy to be really sad. And that can just be overwhelming for us. Um, and this can also come in, this mood change really quickly is look who's moved into your space or gotten close to you. We deal with a lot of energy vampires, and I'll explain that in just a second. Or it could be someone who's narcissistic near you. Energy vampires are people that will befriend you for whatever reason, especially, and clairsensitives are more likely to have them in their energy field or their friends. And when you're around the person, you may start to feel tired or overwhelmed, or just kind of like something doesn't fit right. Something is just overwhelming, and I'm not quite sure what's happening. It's usually that energy vampire. They're kind of taking, kind of like a vampire, they're taking the good stuff and leaving you with their old, rotten, negative energy. They're taking your happiness and they're leaving you sadness. They're taking your joyfulness and they're leaving you anger or upsetness. So that can be really overwhelming. A narcissistic person is someone else who can kind of jack our energy in some ways. Similar to an energy vampire, a narcissistic person can be overwhelming to our energy, and they can really make us feel um, bad when they're around us. They make us feel like we're less than or we're not as important as they are. So that's something that can be a little overwhelming to our energy. So just understand that when your energy shifts around people, take note of who it happened around, and so you'll know that I need to change, or I need to maybe move away from this person more often, or this may be someone I need to keep my energy protected from. Um, Hi, Nicole. How are you doing? Let's see what else we've got. Um, Clairsensitives also find it very difficult to watch or listen to the news. News people, their job is to make us afraid of whatever's going on. They're talking about someone got robbed at the gas station, or this store got robbed, or whatever it is. Their job is to tell us the sad, angry, upset part. So and so passed away in a car accident, or so something happened to this person, and it can be really overwhelming. So literally, when we start listening to that, it can really overwhelm us really easily. I often tell my clairsensitives, don't watch or listen to the news um, within like 6 hours of going to bed. So if you want to watch the news, watch it at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but don't watch it at 10 o'clock when you're going to go to sleep at 10:30. It will stay in your mind. It keep you upset and can keep your energy from settling down in this. Um, Jade is saying her and her boyfriend just broke up because of this. It can be overwhelming. I'm assuming what you're saying is an energy vampire. Energy vampires come in, and they can really overwhelm our energy very easily and can kind of take all of our goodness away. It's one of those, like, they come in and overwhelm our energy very quickly. And it's one of those, they're just leaving us with this negative part. Like I said, they're taking the good and they're leaving us with this negative. Um, One of the things is you can immediately read someone else's energy when you're clairsensitive. This can come in like even before someone tells you I had a bad day. You can just walk in and you can just feel like someone had a bad day, or something didn't go the way they wanted it to, or someone has something bad to tell me. So it's one of those that can come in very easily for you. Um, let's see. Um, Clairsensitives are very sensitive to temperature. So that's one of the things that um, clairsensitives deal with a lot is that they'll come in and have, they'll be really cold all the time, or they'll be really hot all the time, or they'll go from really cold to really hot very quickly. And it can be overwhelming for a lot of us. But it's just one of those. Also, a lot of times when we feel really hot, it can be our connecting to our angels and guides, and then when we're really cold, we're more connecting to ghosts. And so that kind of changes our temperature. So it doesn't matter what temperature is going on around us, it can overwhelm our energy. Um, One of the last ones is narcissistic people are drawn to clairsensitives because most clairsensitives don't know how to protect their energy at the beginning, and so they're just open. So whatever energy is out there, whatever that narcissistic person is doing with their energy, they're kind of basically using the clairsensitive's energy to amplify what they're going through. It's one of those. Most clairsensitives have at least one, if not more, narcissistic people around them. They may be at work, home, or even family or friends. Narcissistic personalities will use your energy to funnel off any energy that they feel overwhelmed by. So if they're being overwhelmed by something, they're going to funnel off the extra overwhelmness, or they'll send all of it to you, and you're dealing with that, and then you're like, this is not what I expected. Um, they will usually tell you the same story over and over again. So they're working through it, as like the anger, someone stole their parking spot example, they're going to be really upset about that, and they're going to send that energy off to other people. And they're doing it usually to a clairsensitives. So I don't feel as overwhelmed. Let's see. And it kind of brings your energy down. Over time, narcissists will teach you that their energy always comes first, and what they're going through is more important than what you're going through. And that can be overwhelming for clairsensitives, because all we ever want to do is help people. We are helper people. We want to help whoever's around us, and that can be overwhelming for them. Um, let's see. The last thing about about narcissistic personalities, and it's really hard for clairsensitives to deal with, is either they believe that you're 100% for them or 100% against them. There's nothing in the middle. So just know that that can be a little overwhelming. If y'all have any questions about being clairsensitive, I will definitely answer them. Clairsensitive is a gift that a lot of people deal with. One of the things that's really important for clairsensitives to know is the energy of the words that we're using. When I teach my Psychic 101 class, one of the first things that people don't even realize is our words have energy. The words that you use every day have a lot of energy and can amplify what you want in your life, and it can de-amplify what you want in your life. Understanding that to begin with can help you reach for better, higher vibration words than lower vibration words. And it can also bring you into that law of abundance of bringing in more of what you want into your world and letting go of what you don't want in your world. Any questions about clairsensitive? I would also say that clairsensitives are more likely to have amazing dreams. Um, Dreams are all about feeling and how you feel in your world, and how you deal with things that are going on in your world. So your dreams are all about feelings. And if you have any questions about that, I did a series like 3 or 4 weeks ago about dreams and how to interpret your own dreams. So search for that. It's on YouTube, or I think it's on my Facebook as well. Any questions about being clairsensitive? Anything else that you have any questions about? No? Okay. One of the things that a lot of people don't understand, and I think this is really fun, is that even if you're putting a picture out there, whatever energy you had at the time of the picture, it's captured in the picture. The emotion is actually captured in the picture. So that's a really cool one. If you were really happy when a picture was taken, you're more likely to love that picture. Even if it's not that great a photo of you, you'll like it. It's like, wow, I feel really happy in that picture. And that will draw you back to it. If you find a picture of someone who, let's see, someone was showing me a picture today of someone back in the 50s or so, and that person that was in the picture, you can just tell that they're happy with their lives, they're happy with what's going on around them, and actually it amplifies that beauty in the picture, and you'll be drawn to that. So, um, clairsensitives pick up energy from their environment all the time. It's one of those, it is amazing to have this gift, and it is literally a gift. Although, a lot of times when I have people come to me, they'll tell me it's a curse, and that's because they haven't learned how to keep that energy protected and how to protect their energy from other people's. Um, Either messing with their energy or taking their positive energy with them. So that's something that is really amazing to know. Let's see. Underneath this gift, you also have astral projection, which is all about feeling your the energy from the other side. Let's see. You can learn how to energy wrap. Let's see. One of the last ones I'm going to talk about is chakras. Your chakras on your body, the 7 chakras that you have on your body, are all about energy vortexes in your body. So once you start keeping them cleansed and clean, it's one of those, you'll realize, hey, I require cleansing again. I require cleansing and doing chakra meditation to cleanse and clear out my chakras. And then you can also feel like where you're being caught up with the energy, where things are not doing well for you, or where things are overwhelming you, by which chakras being clogged up or not working nearly as well. Okay. No other questions? Anything else? I thank y'all so much for joining me. Tomorrow I will be on at 1 o'clock because I've got a client at noon. Just the only way it's going to work out. But tomorrow I'm going to be picking up some of those crazy little um, abilities that people have, but they just don't even realize they have them at all. Oh, here we go. Will Psychic 101 help me manage my gifts? It will definitely help you manage your gifts. Um, and probably that is because I teach a lot of protection. So the more you take precautions and keeping your energy cleansed and clean, it's one of those, when you walk out, it doesn't affect you near as much. It's kind of like you have a layer of protection over you so that you're not picking up on everything everybody else is feeling or sensing or thinking. It makes it a little bit easier. Y'all are so welcome. I thank y'all so much for joining me. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I will be on. I will be talking about some of those crazy gifts and abilities that people have, but it's not like the ones we've already talked about: clairvoyant, clairsensitive, and clairaudient. You can work on those. The other ones you really can't. They'll amplify as the first group moves up. I thank y'all so much for joining me. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Oh, we got one more. So Charlie's saying my daughter picks up on energy and I pick up on hers. So if I am stressed, we are both have a very bad day. She has a hard time relaxing, probably because she doesn't know how to let it go. You pick it up from her, trying to amplify or keep her energy clear, but she's the one that you really have to work on keeping her energy protected, so she doesn't kind of come home and contaminate you. Or it's kind of the same thing. If she goes out in the public, she gets chickenpox and he brings it home to you, and so you're the one who gets sick from it. So she's kind of the carrier for it. So she has to learn, and you have to learn to help her understand what she's doing or how to keep that energy away. That really helps. Um, Not a problem. You're so welcome, Charlie. I thank y'all so much for coming in. I will see y'all tomorrow at 1 p.m. and we'll kind of go over some crazy, amazing energies out there. I hope you have a great day and know we'll be talking soon.